if you will. I've been told that at the airport, military, the Pentagon has been complaining about bureaucracy, frankly, from DHS, particularly Customs and Border Patrol, and state, to do the full interagency vet, presumably on SIVs, rather than doing a preliminary vet and letting them board and do that in Doha, Ramstein, or wherever. And that this is really frustrating the military and becoming a roadblock, that it's not just state, that it is primarily DHS, but with states understanding. So this is the IC, the whole interagency lengthy vet before letting people move on. Can you look into that?
I'm happy to look into that, but I'm also happy to offer some context right now. You look at where we are in terms of really the metric that matters, the number of people we have been able to bring to safety over the past 24 hours, from 3 a.m. to 3 a.m. yesterday to today. And you see a story of remarkable progress. 10,400 individuals in that 24-hour period alone. If you include coalition aircraft, that's an additional nearly 6,000 people, 5,900 people in addition to that. If you look at the sum total since August 14th, again, it's 37,000 people.
That doesn't answer the specific question as to whether more could be moved more quickly.
Well,
because capacity is now exceeding the numbers that are being loaded, we understand.
And let me get to that. Those numbers, I should add, also are in the context of an operation that is just over a week old. It was a week ago that the airport compound was secured, and that this operation was able to begin in many ways in earnest. Now, when it comes to SIV applicants, the SIV applicants that we have prioritized at this stage are those applicants who have received initial vetting. So the vetting has taken place in recent days, weeks, months, in some cases.
Clearly the others.
So this is not happening at the airport compound.
No, I know. I'm talking about this larger population who have somehow gotten into the airport and can't be boarded because of interagency bureaucracy that involves the State Department. And I'm asking a policy question. Beyond are they armed and do we know who they are, or can they prove who they are? Why do we have to do this entire, and I presume it's several-day vet, if it is all these agencies, including the IC?
Well, I'll make a couple points. It is true that before anyone is brought to the United States, that person
But
undergoes...
I'm talking about a third country. I'm not talking about to the United States.
I understand. But before anyone is brought to the United States, that person would undergo a rigorous vet. That includes intelligence, it includes law enforcement, counterterrorism professionals, to ensure that we are being faithful to the high and rigorous security standards. When it comes to individuals who may be on the airport compound, it's difficult for me to speak to any specific cases, but broadly speaking, the interagency, that is to say every department and agency that has a role in this vetting process, and of course that includes the State Department, it includes the intelligence community, it includes the law enforcement community, it includes DHS and DOD, we are making every effort to complete these steps as quickly as we can. Because when it comes to the vetting that is taking place at those transit points, that vetting will then allow us to bring individuals to the United States once it's completed and bring additional people out of Afghanistan. But for people who are on the airport compound in Kabul, I understand your question, and what I can tell you is that we are surging resources. We've surged resources here at the department. We have surged resources throughout the administration to see to it that we can speed and accelerate these processes as much as we can, consistent with the high standards.
Surging resources doesn't answer the question as to why not do this at the third country. Surge them there and get them out of Kabul where they can have better facilities, sanitation, food, etc.
Well, that vetting, by and large, is taking place at these third countries. When it comes to SIVs, again, all of those who have received instructions to come to the airport have already completed certain stages of the security vetting process. So that initial vet on these individuals has been completed. In many cases, they're then taken to a third country where they will undergo more rigorous vetting if it hasn't yet been completed. But that is very much the point of the network of transit countries and partner countries throughout the Middle East, throughout Europe, the rest of the world, more than 26 countries across 4 continents. It is in part a system that will allow us to provide safe haven to these individuals who in some cases, well, in all cases before they come to the United States, but in some cases still need to complete part of that rigorous vetting process. Laura.